Hello guys, I'm reading today is Saint George and the Dragon. I'm gonna read this story, so be patient. In the distance rode a knight whose breastplate and shield bore a red cross. Beside him rode a veiled princess on a white donkey. Her name was Una. The princess and the knight were traveling to her kingdom, where a fierce dragon held her people captive. Una had escaped and wandered far in search of a knight who would fight the dragon. After a long time, so where was I? As they rode over the last hill, the dragon lay stretched out before them. When it saw them coming, it rose up and gave a terrifying roar. The knight told Una to go where she would be safe while he did battle with the dragon. As the dreadful beast drew near, it shook itself, and the clash of its brass scales was defending. It opened its wings, which were like two sails of a ship, and lashed its long tail. At the end were two pointed stingers that were as razor sharp as its claws. Iron teeth lined its mouth, and when it roared, fire and smoke glowed forth. The dragon glared at the knight with blazing eyes, and he rushed his spear held before him. The spear found its mark, but slid off the metal scales. The dragon turned and knocked the knight off his horse with its tail. The knight remounted and attacked again. The spear glanced off, but it gave the dragon a fearful jolt. Enraged, the beast spread its wings, snatched up the knight and his horse, and carried them through the air. But the knight and his horse and the rider struggled so mightily, the dragon could not stay up. When it landed, the knight struck its neck as hard as he could. The spear slid under the dragon's wing and left a great gash. The dragon roared, fire pounded out of its mouth, singing the knight's face and making his armor hot and as an oven. The knight fell backward into a spring of water. The dragon thought the battle was over and retreated to rest. Now it happened that the water in which the knight lay was used to heal the sick. Before the dragon came, as Una watched and prayed, the knight drew water healed the knight's wounds. The next day, he rose up again and joined the dragon in battle. It seemed that the spring has given him new strength, for he smote the dragon on the head with his sword and left a fearsome wound. The dragon screamed and lashed its tail. Its stinger went through the knight's shield and pierced his shoulder with a mighty blow. The knight cut the dragon's tail off in pain, and with its great claws he struck and struck again. The knight could not free himself. At last, his sword slipped between the dragon's scales and cut through one of his feet. The dragon roared and flamed, scorched the knight. He stumbled and fell among the roots of an apple tree, where he lay still. The dragon could not follow him, for it was the tree of life, and the dragon stood for death. That evening, a soothing balm trickled down on the knight. As Una watched and prayed, the knight through the balm healed the knight's wounds. The next day he rose up again to fight the sorely wounded dragon. The dragon opened its jaws wide to swallow him, but the knight moved quickly and ran his sword through the dragon's mouth. Down it fell and breathed out of all of its life. As the brave knight stood over the fallen dragon, Una and her people gathered around to thank him. Many years and many adventures later, the same knight would come to be known as Saint George of England. Bye!